Today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for the Galaxy A53 5G, so let's go ahead and get started. One of the first things that I would suggest is go into settings, start typing in side key. You'll notice you've got some different options here. Instead of bringing up Bixby, you can either wake Bixby, or to make it like a more traditional phone, to choose the power off menu. You can also double press the power button to quick launch the camera, or you can use it to open up any app that you might frequently use. Another thing that I would probably change right away, if you search for screen and then look for screen timeout, you've got several different options to choose from. Sometimes I feel like it just goes to sleep a little bit quicker than I would like, so you can change it from 15 seconds all the way up to 10 minutes. Another thing that's kind of nice to change is if you go into settings, just start typing dark, and then you've got dark and light setting right there. You can instantly change it from everything being white to black. Or you can just go down here to dark mode settings, and you can check turn on as scheduled to only use dark mode between sunset and sunrise. You can also do a custom schedule as well. The other thing that's kind of nice to change right off the bat is, I know some people prefer 3-button navigation, others prefer gesture navigation. If you just start typing in NAV, you'll see navigation bar. You can change it from swipe gestures to 3-button navigation. You can also switch the button order if you're using button navigation. So obviously, it's just going to come down to personal preference. Just like with a lot of other things on this phone, there's going to be several different ways to do something, and that's going to be the case when it comes to doing a screenshot. The most common way is just the power button and the volume button down, holding them at the same time. Then you've got some options down here. You can share, edit, crop. If the screen is taller than what you're doing a screenshot of, you can also hit the little arrows, and it's going to do a scrolling screenshot. One other option to do a screenshot, all you have to do is just ask Google, and he'll take the screenshot for you. Hey Google, take a screenshot. Now, if for some reason you want your battery life to last a little bit longer, one thing you can do that's going to help is go into settings and then display. Choose motion smoothness. And you get the option of high or standard. To me, I don't notice a huge difference, but there are going to be some people out there that prefer the higher refresh rate. Some things could be a little bit choppier if you choose standard, but it's going to use less battery. Another way is just type in battery. And you can choose power saving. And that's going to give you several options here. You can turn off always on display, limit the CPU speed, decrease brightness, turn off 5G. You can also do each of these separately instead of just doing all of them. You can also limit background activity by turning on this one at the bottom. Now, if you have a lot of apps on your Samsung phone, sometimes it can be a little challenging to find where the app's located. All you have to do is swipe up on the home screen, and instead of swiping through all of your apps, just start searching right up here at the top. Obviously, if you just touch the icon, it's going to open the app, but if you hold down, it gives you the option to locate the app, add to home, uninstall, or app info. If for some reason the text is a little bit too small for your liking, just go into settings. Then you can search for font, or just look for display, and then font size and style. Here you can just drag it to the left to make the text smaller, or to the right to make it larger. You've also got a couple options there for the font style, or you can download fonts as well. You'll also notice you can have shortcuts over here on the edge. You can edit that by tapping the 3 little lines and then choose edit. And you can add or subtract whichever apps that you want to be right there. Or if you just want to get rid of the edge altogether, just go to settings, search for edge, and then you've got a toggle right there. You may have already noticed this, but if you tap the 3 little lines here to go to your recent apps, you can swipe left and right to go to a previous app. Another way to do it is to tap the 3 little lines, tap it again, or you can just keep tapping the 3 little lines and it'll cycle through each of your previous apps you've had open. Another nice thing is when you do recent apps, you'll have 4 icons down here at the bottom, and usually those are the apps that you use the most, or the last 4 apps that you've used. Just sort of a faster way to get to those instead of going to all of your apps and then searching for them. Now if you tap and hold on the home screen, you're going to have a few different options here. One, if you don't like the Google Discover newsfeed, you could always switch that to Samsung O. I'm not sure if I would do that personally because I feel like the Google newsfeed is a little bit better, but it's always nice to have options. The other thing you can do is choose themes, widgets, you get your home screen settings, and then if you choose wallpaper and style, you can change your wallpaper in here, but you can also choose your accent colors that are going to match whatever wallpaper you have. And you can even apply those colors to your app icons. So as you can see, the Samsung icons are going to change colors to match your accent colors that you chose. If you go to settings and search for gestures, choose motion and gestures, they're going to give you a few different options here, such as palm swipe to capture, mute with gestures, alert when phone is picked up, keep screen on while viewing, that way it doesn't go to sleep as long as it detects your face. You can also lift awake and then double tap to turn the screen on and off. Now one other thing I would do if you have a screen protector on this phone, I would go ahead and search for fingerprint, and I would add a fingerprint even if it's the same finger that you've already used. Once you have a screen protector on or a case with a built-in screen protector, sometimes it's just better if you add another fingerprint once that's on, just so it's more accurate. One thing that you could do with this phone, if you search for lock screen in the settings, you can actually put contact information on the lock screen. In case you would lose your phone, someone could either call the number on there or at least see your name so they know who to give this phone to. I don't think it's something that everyone does. It's definitely a good idea just in case you would lose your phone. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.